Hi everyone, this is the weather hazard briefing from the National Weather Service office in Pocatello, Idaho for Tuesday, February 21st. We've got some gusty winds out there, rain and some snow already impacting parts of the area, and more of us are going to see it as we go through this morning. So we're going to go ahead and walk through what you can expect. Some of our key points. We do already have snow ongoing, mainly in the higher elevations of the eastern and southeastern highlands, but more is coming in from the north and west with the cold front this morning. We've got gusty winds already, and that is going to continue. Some of those winds, again, strongest just ahead of and along that cold front. So we will see some improvements as the day goes on, but we've already seen gusts generally 30 to 50 miles per hour, some gusts up to 60 miles per hour, not out of the question. We already do have some road closures too due to blowing and drifting snow driven by those gusty winds. Make sure you check the Idaho 511 website for the latest updates and road conditions. Once this is recorded, some of that information could be outdated. So we do have more light snow and some breezy winds Wednesday morning. Not quite as strong as what we've got going on out there, or at least not as widespread, at least early Wednesday morning. So we're going to talk about that coming up in the briefing this morning too. Here's a look at kind of the bigger picture satellite view of what we've got going on. You can see the green all over by the star there. That's Idaho, and all of that moisture is just streaming into the area. You can actually see too that cold front with clearing behind it. So that is making its way through the Idaho Panhandle early this morning and going to continue moving down through southward through the area, arriving this morning. Again, things will start to calm down a little bit as far as the wind gusts go and snow goes as we go throughout the day on Tuesday. But we won't be completely done with it after this. The way the system is set up, we'll still see some light snow on and off throughout the day, Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday. But again, a little bit more localized view here. We do have that cold front, again, working its way through the Idaho Panhandle this morning. Otherwise, lots of moisture still streaming in through central and southern Idaho. Of course, we do have plenty of watches and warnings and advisories in effect for pretty much the entire area. Again, we've got wind advisories through parts of the Magic Valley and the lower Snake Plain. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings pretty much then cover the rest of the area. And of course, the winter storm warnings where the snow totals are going to be a bit higher, but it doesn't take a lot of snow for these very strong wind gusts to create potentially near whiteout conditions in some of these areas. Again, that's why we already do have some road closures. Mainly up through parts of northeastern Idaho. So don't forget to check the Idaho 511 website for all the latest information on road closures and conditions. Our weather risk outlook grid for the day shows a lot of that orange and then kind of reddish orange, showing where we are expecting moderate to major impacts from the system moving through pretty much for all of us. We've got a rain-snow mix for the lower elevations because temperatures are actually fairly warm this morning. As of recording, some of us are still in the mid-upper 30s, which means we'll see a little bit of rain before that cold front brings in the colder air and snow. Higher elevations, of course, expecting to pretty much see all snow out of this. Got the gusty winds for basically everyone today. Wednesday, we will still be breezy, still seeing some snow, but conditions will be improving. So we get into Thursday and Friday, still some more light snow out there, but not nearly as much wind either, but definitely some colder air on the backside of the system too. So we're going to talk about wind chills. So we get into Wednesday and Thursday mornings. Saturday looks to be about the quietest day of the next several. But don't worry, it's a short-lived break. We've got potential for some more winter weather as we get through the end of the weekend and into next week, but that's a little bit outside of the scope of this morning's weather briefing. So high temperatures today. Like I mentioned, it's still warm out there for some of us, but keep in mind these highs for today at least, which is on the left-hand side, the left-hand graphic, that's pretty much the temperature right now, and then we're going to drop through the rest of the day. To give you an idea of where we're going to be, there's a view of Wednesday's highs on the right-hand graphic, with most of us in the teens to low to mid 20s. So we're going to see quite the temperature drop too with the system moving through the area. Now, as for what we can expect as we go throughout the day today, this graphic here takes us from 4 a.m. to about 1 p.m. We've got, again, snow already in the eastern highlands, southeastern highlands, more moving in from the north and west with this cold front. We will likely see a little bit of rain first through the parts of the Magic Valley, lower Snake Plain, before that switch over to snow. But really by the time we get to about noon, 1 p.m., for a lot of us, the snow will be winding down. Now, not so much for the southeastern and eastern highlands. You're still going to be seeing some snow even as we get into the afternoon and evening hours and into Wednesday. So that's where some of the highest snow totals are expected to be, again, as the system moves through. But for a majority of us, again, especially through the Magic Valley and lower Snake Plain, even into the upper Snake Plain, snow will be starting to wind down as we get into the afternoon, and winds will be starting to wind down too. Here's a look at some of those snowfall amounts through 5 a.m. this morning to 5 p.m. this evening. Again, for a lot of us, it's not necessarily a big snow producer, especially in the lower elevations, but with these very strong wind gusts, it doesn't take a lot of snow to reduce visibility and make travel difficult, if not dangerous at times. It's even more true up in the areas where we are expecting somehow those higher snow totals. Down near Preston, 3 to 4 inches. Soda Springs, 4 to 6 inches. You get over to areas like Teton Pass, could be looking at about a foot of snow. Up near Stanley, 2 to 3 inches. So again, it's not necessarily for all of us the amount of snow, but it's going to be the impacts from blowing snow as the snow falls, but also some of the snow that is already on the ground, especially up north. That will get blown around a little bit easier, again, with the travel impacts expected from that. Snowfall amounts on a Wednesday. Some of those higher elevations in the southeastern and eastern highlands still going to get another couple of inches of snow throughout the day on Wednesday. Those of us at the lower elevations and up in the central mountains, some lighter totals, but even around Pocatello, closer to Idaho Falls, you get up into some of the benches and you could see maybe another inch or two more than what this graphic is showing. So the wind gusts, we've already talked about those, generally 30 to 50 miles per hour. Early this morning, some gusts up to 60 miles per hour, certainly not out of the question, especially through parts of the Arco Desert, through Idaho Falls, up towards Rexburg, Ashton. So winds are quite strong this morning. Keep that in mind if you have any travel plans or for the morning commute too. Winds will still be gusty this afternoon, but they will be starting to back off a little bit. This encapsulates 11 a.m. this morning to 5 p.m., so it is still picking up on some of those stronger wind gusts before noon today. Once we get into the afternoon, the winds will start to back off, but it will still be breezy. This is this evening, so 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's a little bit more representative of the afternoon wind gusts too. Most of us closer 15, 25, 30 mile per hour gusts. We are going to see the winds pick up again on Wednesday morning. We've got a secondary cold front coming through overnight. That is going to bring some strong northerly winds and the colder air in along with it. Again, we'll probably see some winds gusting up to about 30 to 50 miles per hour once again, with some isolated gusts up to 60. Not out of the question, especially mainly up north there. We're going to see some of those stronger wind gusts. By the time we get to Wednesday evening, still breezy, but starting to improve, and by Thursday morning, winds will be much lighter with gusts 10 to 20 miles per hour. But I mentioned those strong winds Wednesday night and, Wednesday morning and Wednesday night into Thursday morning are going to be bringing much colder air in with it. Wind chills Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to see those dropping back down anywhere from -10, -15 to even colder up north, with some of those wind chills probably about -25 to -30. So some dangerous cold headed our way as we get into Wednesday and Thursday mornings. That's another thing to keep in mind as the system moves through. And just for reference, our low temperatures, the actual temperatures Thursday morning, not the wind chills, the temperatures themselves are going to be single digits to below zero. Again, up north you get temperatures closer to -5, -10, -15 even. And Thursday afternoon, not a particularly warm one. Highs are going to be ranging from the mid-teens to mid-20s. Parts of the Magic Valley, though, will get a little bit warmer, closer to the upper 20s, almost even low 30s. So in summary, we do have snow ongoing in the higher elevations in the eastern and southeastern highlands this morning, Tuesday morning. More snow is moving in from the north and west with cold front, along with those very strong winds, 30 to 50 miles per hour, with some gusts even up to 60 miles per hour possible. We do have some road closures already, so make sure you keep checking in with the Idaho 511 website for all the latest information on that. More light snow and breezy winds into Wednesday morning, and that colder air coming in on the backside of the system too for Wednesday morning and Thursday morning with some dangerous wind chills. As a reminder, you can always get the latest forecast information by going to our website or, of course, checking in on the morning briefings that we record for you here. You can find other information by sending us an email, giving us a phone call, finding us on the web or social media. We'll post updates there too. Otherwise, have a good day, stay safe, and stay warm.